Hey book friends, it's Caitlin and Tishka here from Spill the Reads. Welcome. Ever since I got this microphone, I feel like freed to just branch out of my normal space that's over here. It's Tuesday and I'm doing an original book tag by my bestie Book Reviews with Becky. This is the Would You Rather Thriller Edition book tag. And since it's summertime, yeah, I'm just kind of more in the mood for thrillers, and I thought this would be a good time to do this tag. And also, I noticed that when I was looking at the prompts, I was thinking of certain books that I really liked while I was choosing my answers. So if I have a book rec, I will share it. So this is kind of like a book tag plus thriller recs video. Also, as you can see, I'm stretching here. I've started running more and I'm just feeling really creaky and I need to stretch more. So I encourage you, if you are in a place where you can stretch, you can join me and Tishka and get limber. So let's look at the questions. Would you rather read a psychological thriller with an unreliable narrator or a mystery with a twist ending? Okay, I promise that I will make myself choose some, but let me just say, if it has both, this is really perfection. Really keeps you on your toes. Some thrillers that I can think of that do both of these, unreliable narrator and a twist: Rock, Paper, Scissors, Havoc, The New Wife. But you know what? A perfect twist at the ending is just so satisfying. So if I had to choose one, I think I would go with Perfect Twist, because sometimes an unreliable narrator can kind of annoy me. Sometimes I can feel like they tricked me, like they're being shady. So that's just me. Also, I'd love to know your answers to these in the comments, and if you want to do this tag, I would love to see it. I think this is such a good tag. Would you rather be trapped in a locked room mystery or be part of a cat and mouse chase across a foreign city? Okay, so in general, whenever I read murder mystery type of books, I always think wow, I would probably die first because I am not really good at finding out who the killer is. And I think I just prefer the second kind of genre, cat and mouse chase across a foreign city. So I think I would go with the latter. Number 3, would you rather read a thriller that keeps you on the edge of your seat but has a disappointing ending, or a slower paced thriller with a perfect and satisfying ending? Okay, I feel like that is an easy one for me to answer, because there's nothing more upsetting than when you're trying to give a book the benefit of a doubt and you keep going, and then you get to the end and you're just so mad that the ending sucks, and you invested all of this time. So yeah, definitely, I think I would rather read a slower paced one that has a great ending, like The God of the Woods. Would you rather uncover a major secret halfway through the book or wait until the last chapter for the big reveal? I feel like a lot of thrillers tend to follow kind of this formulaic timeline, and that's something that's starting to get on my nerves a little bit, because I like when they surprise you and you can't just kind of predict which way the story is going to go, having this big climax where everything is revealed and then some kind of happy ending solution. So I like when they keep me on my toes and drop information throughout the book. And a thriller that I really liked that did that was What Happened to Nina. This was this very realistic thriller about a missing girl that was definitely has been one of my favorite thrillers of the year. I just loved it. 5, would you rather follow a detective with a dark past or a criminal mastermind who is always one step ahead? I feel like the latter is harder to write well, and we see the first one more often. It seems like everyone has a dark past and they're trying to get over something, but the second one, I don't know, it just seems more difficult. You have to have more skill to keep readers on their toes. Number 6, would you rather read a thriller set in a remote, isolated location or one in a bustling city full of hidden dangers? Mm, you know, I'd say probably remote, isolated location. It just feels more atmospheric. Um, I tend to really like thrillers like that, like The Resort by Sarah Oakes, The Last Word, Reckless Girls, The Hike. All good summer reads as well. I'm thinking of doing a summer thriller book rec video. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that, or if you have ideas for books that would be good recs for that. Number 7, would you rather have a main character who is constantly making the wrong decisions but ultimately survives, or a character who makes all the right decisions but still ends up in danger? I feel like the first one is kind of annoying and like not very plausible. The second one though, yeah, like you feel like you can get behind someone who's making educated decisions. You're still in suspense and want them to survive because you like them and they're smart. Would you rather read a book with a villain who has a personal vendetta against the protagonist, or one with a villain who's completely unknown and mysterious? Yeah, I like the first one for sure, personal vendetta. I especially like when there's like little breadcrumbs thrown in so you can try to like guess what they have, like what beef they have with the protagonist. I'm a pigeon, I like my breadcrumbs. I hate when like books they have like a big reveal at the end and they didn't give you any breadcrumbs to follow, and so you're like, well, I couldn't have guessed it even if I. Would you rather read a thriller with an intricate, mind-bending puzzles to solve, or one with high-intensity action scenes? This is easy for me. Definitely the puzzle. I feel like lately I can't get into books with a lot of action and suspense unless the characters are like developed enough, and so like it can be like the most exciting book ever and I just like don't really care about the action. But puzzles I think are more interesting to solve. 10, would you rather read a thriller with multiple points of view, or one that focuses solely on one protagonist perspective? Oh my gosh, this is such a hard one. Okay, I feel like I won't be able to answer this. Like, definitely not more than like a handful of characters. That gets too much for me to follow and like remember who everyone is. But yeah, like there's just something really enjoyable about having like a deep dive on following one character and feeling like you know them super well. I am a fan of like the two perspective type of book. Like, what was one I really enjoyed last year? Gone Girl. I love listening to what was it, Amy and what's the husband's name? Amy and was it Will? Anyway, I love listening to the two perspectives. Um, so yeah, I really can't choose with that one. It depends. Would you rather read a book written in first person point of view or third person point of view? Okay, that one is easy for me. I don't really like third person. Like I can get with it, but I prefer first person for sure. Feels more personal. And 12, tag others. Yeah, I'll definitely be tagging all of my thriller friends in the description. And yeah, this was so much fun. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day and an awesome summer full of reading. Again, let me know your answers to this. And if you want to do this tag, feel free. Tishka and I will see you next time. Bye.
Tishka, baby, ready to get out of bed?